New game, Logjammers. You've got Greggs and Brooks, the co-hosts.
Good evening.
We actually work for WildTangent. We are the content team, and we've come up to talk about a new partner of ours. Actually, a great partner of ours. It brought us a couple games. MegaCat Studios is going to join here in a few minutes, but MegaCat is the developer of Logjammers. Logjammers is I guess it's a homage to Pong or air hockey from...
Sure, yeah.
But with kind of like fresh, retro-esque graphics, I think, today.
Sure, you've got some one-on-one mechanics in there. You've got your like tower from like Mortal Kombat where you've got to, tackle all the fighters in order.
Yeah.
So
no, it's an excellent game. It's got kind of 16-bit graphics, cast of characters. We'll get Andrew to actually tell us about it. So Andrew, we're going to bring Andrew in. He works with with MegaCat. So let's go ahead and give him a shout. Oops, I think I hit the wrong button. Let's make sure we can get him in here. Now, he may come in a little loud. We've been trying to test. We actually moved offices while all this has been going on, so this is the first time we've cast in a while. Are you there, Andrew?
Hey, how's it going?
Excellent, man. How are you?
Good, thanks.
I'm waiting to see if we can get an audio test here real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, sounds great. Okay, perfect. That's what I need to know. So, man, thank you for joining us. We were just talking like the brief intro. The actual publisher or the distributor's kind of little intro of Logjammers. But obviously, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Andrew?
Yeah, sure. I'm Andrew Marsh. I'm the lead designer over at MegaCat Studios. So I'm the head of our art design team. And I'm also the guy that knows way too much about how to make artwork for old school video game consoles in the room. Well,
you guys definitely do a good job of old school game console content. I mean, we've got Coffee Crisis on WildTangent.
An excellent job, yeah.
Amazing game. And then Logjammers is excellent. Now, I know a little bit about MegaCat. I know you guys are based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, correct?
That's correct.
Beautiful steel town. I used to live close to there. You've got some great things. You've got Steelers, and you've got Pirates.
Steelers fans.
You got some Penguins. You guys are very similar to the city of Seattle. You cannot entice an NBA team to come back or to come to your town, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's never gonna happen.
No, I know, and it is an awesome place to be. And you guys are close to Carnegie Mellon, right? Like one of the top universities there.
CMU is based in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and I know I've talked to James before. James Deegan is one of I believe James is the head of MegaCat Studios, correct?
Yeah, he's the owner of the company.
Yeah, so when I've talked with James in the past, he was saying you guys even pull a lot of your fresh talent from the local area as well. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we definitely try to keep as much local as we can,
I mean, you have to, right? I mean, it's a good thing to give back to the community, get people involved. Is it a big gaming community there?
Yeah, no, there's a pretty solid gaming community. There's a nice little retro gaming community as well. We have every summer there's an event here called Replay Effects, which is one of I think the largest arcade expos in the country.
Oh, nice. I did not know that. I actually grew up in the area, but it might have came after my time,
Yeah, it's been recent. I think they're in their like 4th or 5th year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is that like arcade machines, or is that like arcade machines and pinball, or?
Yeah, pinball is a big part of it, actually.
Okay. Cool.
They host like the nationwide pinball championships.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Very cool. I know you guys do a lot of traveling too. Did you make it out to Seattle this past summer in August for PAX
Yes, it was a great time. I loved it there.
Yeah, no, it is beautiful. We do a lot of retro stuff out here. I know I've talked with James about this. Like, I went down to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, which I think was in October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then we've got a big, there's a couple. There's one in Cowlitz put on by some folks. And yeah, it's a nice scene out here. So I'm glad to hear Pittsburgh's got that too. I mean, that's awesome. I've been away from that valley area for so long. I didn't really know what was going on in the gaming scene. But I do know, one thing I do know about Pittsburgh, I do know there's a place called Kennywood there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's like
and I know there's a ride there that's a log ride called Log Jammer. Is there any coincidence in the name here?
a little bit, but they actually just retired it.
Oh, they
a
did?
couple years ago. Yeah.
Oh man, I remember going to Kennywood as a kid. It was fun.
Oh yeah, I still try to go make it out there like once a year. I love it.
Yeah, so Kennywood's still around, then I take it. Just they
Oh,
retired log jammer. So you guys are really the only log jammers in the Pittsburgh area. I guess you could go down the Monongahela, the Ohio, and the Allegheny and try to call it log jamming, right? Well, man, you know what? I want to get to showing your game, if that's cool with you. Can you give us a little backstory? What got you guys making log jammers?
So we all, like the core team of MegaCat, we're all pretty passionate retro gamers. We've been playing retro games since we were kids, And there is a great Neo Geo arcade game that I think just launched on the PS4 called Windjammers.
Oh yeah, I remember Windjammers. That was like a frisbee style, right?
Yeah, it's like a throwing disc game.
Yeah,
It's
throwing
like the
discs. Yeah.
The original throwing disc game. And so when we first started out, solely doing retro stuff.
Yeah.
And there was never a home version of Windjammers. And so we thought it'd be cool to make like a flying disc game for the NES. And so that's really where it started.
I can definitely see that. Obviously, a lot of people, we'll talk about it in a little bit. A lot of people may not know there's a huge scene for homebrew. I wouldn't even call, you guys are well above and beyond like some of the homebrew scene, but I mean, there's a lot of homebrew that go out and create their own cartridges and everything for the SNES or the NES console and the SNES and things like that. And you guys have done that. You guys have actually done some amazing stuff.
Yeah, so like Log Jammers has an NES version.
Yeah, and I think we're actually going to talk a little bit about that here in a few minutes. It's a custom-made cart for the standard NES, right? You can just drop it in and play the exact game that we're playing right now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Have you found that to be a hard process of creating a physical product and then trying to not do updates? Because obviously you can't update the cart itself.
Every time we launch a game, I always want to celebrate, but at the same time, I'm always like super nervous.
Right. It's like the old Activision days when they if it went out, it went out, and if there was a bug, there was no bringing it back.
Yeah, no, there's nothing you can do about it, and so we have to really thoroughly test stuff before we put it out there.
It's fast gameplay. Is there a lot of is there any kind of slowdown on the NES version just because of the hardware, or do you guys optimize? I would imagine you optimize for whatever you're building for right across and then PC comes.
Yeah, I mean, the NES version was built for the ground up for the NES, so there's like a lot of differences between the two, right? Like the graphics probably can't be as nice.
Sure, I have seen it. The graphics are, what would you call that? They're 8-bit, obviously, right? I mean, in that sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, definitely the detail is not as intense as what the viewers are seeing now on the cast here itself. And this is the PC version that we're playing at the moment.
Yeah, and like there's another thing where you're playing it and it's got this horizontal orientation to it, right?
Yeah.
You guys on each side of the screen. The NES version, because of certain hardware restrictions, it's actually a vertical orientation instead.
Gotcha. So it's more like there's no scrolling, there's no, what would you call that, like parallax scrolling in the background?
Yeah, no,
potentially?
You have to try to keep some of that stuff slim on the NES because it's not super capable.
So have you played? Have you guys? Well, I know that you guys are still working on the kind of full online experience, right? For this one, we have the offline version for Wild Tangent. That's what we've launched here. Is the it's kind of a single player standalone, so you can play it anytime. You don't have to worry about matches, things like that. But you guys will be bringing out an online version in February, I think.
Yeah, that's right. We actually have most of the implementation in there now. Like you can hop on. There's 3 servers that connect to, and it will match you up with whoever else is on it.
Gotcha. And then I do know that there's a Switch version, I believe, correct?
Yes. There's going to be. It's coming out on all major platforms. So it's going to be Xbox One, PS4, Switch, PC.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's a great device to play on for sure. Brooks, you want to give it a look?
Sure. And PC versions cross-platform, so it's going to be Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Oh, you do support Linux on it as well?
Yeah, no, all of our PC games so far are launching cross-platform out of the gate.
How long is it? How long has the total dev time been for Logjammers?
We've been working on Logjammers for, I'd say, about a year now.
Oh, okay. It kind of starts out everybody like some of the, I guess, the character inspiration. These are all unique characters that MegaCat has come up with, right? The team has come up with. I would take it, not just.
Yeah. These are all characters that we came up with. It was actually pretty funny when we were naming them. I remember one time asking James, the owner, I texted him. I was like, "Hey, can you just give me a few funny names? Like, throw some names out there." And he proceeded to text me names for about an hour.
Oh, wow.
Just one after another.
So it was just like, I've got these right on the top of my head, ready to go the whole time.
He's great. He's great for that. You ask him, just like, give me the most ridiculous words you can think of. And it's just, he'll just give you a list until you tell him to stop.
Now, did you guys all work together to come up with the character designs? Because I know there's like the grizzly, the undead grizzly bear, I believe.
Yeah, Zombear.
Then there is like it looks like a zombie or a ghoul. A couple lumberjack looking guys. We're playing 2 of those guys right now. The one that looks more like myself, bald with a mustache, and then the man that's fully bearded up. So those 2 guys kind of seem like your standards, and I guess are out of all the characters. You got wild variations of different types. Do they have special abilities? It seems like they have special moves, maybe?
Yes. There'll be like a star power-up that shows up in the middle of the screen sometimes.
Yep.
And if you pick that up and then hit the B button when you have the axe, each character has their own unique special throw that they'll do.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've seen some of that. I've seen that where kind of it'll kind of go straight, and then it'll like automatically do like a 90-degree turn and then go straight again. So it kind of goes around your opponent, or your opponent throws it at you that way. So I do get the special throws, and then they also, it seems like they can pick up modifiers like magnets to help catch the axe, I believe.
Yep. Yeah. So there's other power-ups as well. There's a magnet that catches the axe. The fire will make you always throw it super fast for like a temporary amount of time. There's one power down. It's that ice block. It'll make your controls a little bit more slippery, and the game's already kind of slippery to begin with.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, no, it's a fantastic game. I enjoy it a lot. It's very fast-paced. It seems like there's also a component where if you can catch the axe right as it's coming to your hand, you can your character turns blue.
Yeah. So yeah, if you
is that like a timing mechanic for it?
Yeah. So if you hit the throw button at the exact moment you catch the axe, and the window's different depending on which character it is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So like when you have to hit that, they'll do a counter throw and they'll throw it back like much faster.
No, that's it can get pretty intense when the CPU, I know, is doing that to you and you're trying to do it at the same time. So it's like a back and forth. You're really close to each other, just kind of getting nailed left and right. Until the CPU decides to use the special and it just goes right around you, just like that. Yeah.
So it's not on screen right now. Can you tell us a little bit how you came up with the Twitch integration features for this game?
So the Twitch integrations actually started when we made Coffee Crisis. In Coffee Crisis, we have it's an arcade-style beat 'em up, and whenever the screen locks, there's modifiers that happen at random, and it'll be like screen effects, or like it might help the enemies out or spawn more enemies. And so we thought it would be a cool idea to integrate Twitch and Mixer with the game, so that if someone's streaming the game, then people could vote on what the modifiers were.
All right.
And that ended up being such a fun feature that we were like, oh, we got to put this in Logjammers too. Like, we got to have something where people watching streams can interact with the game.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it just it makes the stream so much fun to watch.
And is that based upon like the chat puts like a 1, 2, or 3 in, correct? Do you want to jump out and like maybe show a little bit of that?
Yeah, sure.
On there. So we're gonna pull it back. We're gonna go in and pull it up for a second, Andrew, so we can kind of show it on the stream here. But it's like you'll get 3 different options at the bottom. It'll say like 1, 2, and 3. Is that chat kind of goes in and like somebody will put in 1, somebody will put in 2, somebody will put in 3, and then does it vote kind of on that?
Yeah, so the 1, 2, and 3, the Mixer integration in the game, or the Twitch integration, either or, can see those, and those will be the votes. So like if like 3 people vote 1, then if vote 1 gets 3 votes.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's kind of a democracy, and then there's some where it's like left and right. It says chat like type left or right. Does that impact like a variation of it, or is that just another like choice that they're going through to choose what happens?
Yeah, you can set like what people have to type in to vote for things.
Gotcha.
We usually 1, 2, 3 to make it simple and quick.
Yeah, here I'm gonna put the full game on screen so everybody can get a better look at it. So Brooks is gonna give a little bit of an example of it as it goes through. Oh wait, did we turn it on in the options?
Let's double check.
Sorry, we may have made a mistake. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And I need to go type it in real fast.
All right, I get it. You guys were excited to jam, you know? It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, every once in a while, we'll get it right and we'll get it wrong, and sometimes we get it a little bit more wrong than right. But I think we've got it now. So if you go in and you choose it, I think it'll actually work, or it'll bring it up. But I love that. You know, one of the other things about the game is the music. The music is just amazing.
Yeah. Our guy Mitch does all our music.
Is that so? That's in house.
Actually, Mitch. Oh no, he had family in Seattle that we met.
Oh, okay, very cool.
Yeah, I think I don't remember where he's from. He's remote.
Okay, he's a remote employee there. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of the way it works, right? I mean, development, you have to have the ability to reach out to talent all over the country, I imagine.
And especially how we do the games for retro consoles and stuff, you'd be pretty hard pressed to find a lot of people in one city that can do that.
No, well, I mean, I'm amazed you guys get all you get done as it is. And you know, to talk for a minute about it, there's, for example, on the screen right now, the chat is controlling kind of like the board itself, so it's like spinning around.
It's incredibly difficult to play when it's spinning around.
That's my favorite thing. When I saw that the other day,
Yeah.
I was laughing, and Brooks was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "The whole screen is actually maneuvering its way around." So it was a great surprise to see that.
Yeah.
My other question, though, what was the other question I was going to go with on that? Oh, you guys do more than like the retro kind of new retro indie type games, right? I've seen some work where you guys are looking at like VR.
Yeah. We have a game we're working on right now, Another Rainy Day, which is a VR game. It's kind of like a mix of like the what became a pretty staple genre in VR, like the bow and arrow defense games.
Yeah, kind of like the tower defense or whatever it is, or like wall defense.
Yeah, so it also has tower defense elements in it too, where you can place defenses down in the field, and those will help you out.
Gotcha.
And it's all done with this really fun mechanic with like a battle map that's on your wall, and you like pick up statues and place them on the battle map, and they'll show up in the field.
Oh, that's it does look pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of the thing that I'm into. I like VR as well. You know, outside of obviously classic retro games and PC games in general, like VR has been a big thing for both Brooks and I. We actually both have those types of devices, so we're all in on it. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Is that anytime soon?
I think next year.
Next year sometime. Very cool.
Yeah, I think it's getting pretty close.
Yeah, that's you know, all the work you guys are doing is just phenomenal, and seeing games like this, you know, we're glad to have them on the service. I know we launched this today. It's brand new. We've got it featured on the front page of WildTangent.com, so anybody can check it out. You can actually go and find it. We'll put the link in chat and in. Do you want to do that, Brooks? I'll grab the controller from you.
Sure.
You want to throw the link in there? We'll go. Oh wow, my character changed to some psychedelic block. And now it's like it is truly like Pong at that point, where there's no like catch and grab.
And that's our quick description of Logjammers is like, it's like Pong got its life together and like updated its LinkedIn.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. God, that's crazy, and then it flips.
That's what Logjammers is.
It just flips right to something else. That is wild. So we are going to do, you know, we talked with James to kind of do some cool stuff for the cast. So anybody that's listening right now, Brooks is going to be putting an email address in the cast. You can actually reach out to me, greg.graham@wildtangent.com, and we're going to give away free copies of Coffee Crisis just for checking this out. We have Coffee Crisis on the platform here at Wild Tangent. It's another great game. I think we launched that back in October, and saw great. You know, we got a nice front page visibility. People loved it. You know, they loved the retro style, you know, of the game, the look, the graphics. I love the beat 'em up of it. The you know, the side-scrolling beat 'em ups are some of my favorite games. Of course, they've evolved a little bit.
First thing.
Yeah. Now, did you work on? You were there working on all these games, I take it, Andrew. So you've worked on Coffee Crisis
since the start. So I've had something to do, at least a little bit to do with everything.
No, it's. I mean, it shows. I mean, you guys have done some great stuff. So we're going to give away some copies of that. The first 50 people that have joined, if you email me or you reach out and chat, we get those. We'll send them off after the cast itself, and you'll be able to get your own copy of Coffee Crisis, and then you'll be able to find Logjammers available on Wild Tangent pretty much the week of Christmas. You'll be able to see it right on the front page, and then we'll do some more promotion. We'll talk with you guys and see what else we can do that's cool. We've enjoyed it. I mean, this game, like I said, has been phenomenal, but I also know that we'll be running a contest on social media for 2 copies of the NES cards. James and the whole team at MegaCat has been gracious enough to provide those, and we'll be giving them out. I think one on Twitter and one on Facebook this week to kind of celebrate the launch and get some lucky winner a nice cart of Logjammers for their classic NES or something. If they don't have a classic NES, then thankfully they'll put it on their shelf.
It looks nice.
No, it's been fantastic, man. I really appreciate your time, Andrew. Brooks, you got anything?
No, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we know it's a little late over on the East Coast. You know, we're still just getting the end of the day. You're probably trying to get into bed at some point and go to sleep.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I don't sleep. Who sleeps?
I know. Yeah, no dev ever says they sleep. I know that. It's for sure. Hey, Andrew, great again, man. Thank you for joining us. We had a really good time. We love the game. We'll definitely be talking with you soon. Hopefully we'll be able to do another live stream or cast with something in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, take it easy, Andrew. Thank you.
Have a nice holiday, Andrew.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Guys, yeah, happy holidays.
Well, that was fun. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was,
Andrew's a very cool guy.
yeah, absolutely.
And MegaCat is an excellent developer. We're happy that they have joined on to Wild Tangent to be able to get some of their cool retro style games on. And again, I want to, iterate that they don't just do retro games. They're actually doing other cool stuff.
Right.
And hopefully we'll see some unique things down the road. Let me actually flip us back over here. I know that, just to kind of show everybody, we already hung up on Andrew, but this is what he's talking about. So this is what we'll be doing. Oops, I'm moving it on the screen. This is MegaCat. They have their own store, by the way, megacatstudios.com. You can check it out, and you can actually go in there, get rid of that accept, find I guess it won't allow me to scroll down. I keep thinking it's going to allow me to scroll, but it's just a picture. So you'll find very cool things like this Logjammer NES cart. Oh, there it is. I can use the keys, kind of. And this is what we'll be giving away on Twitch and Facebook this week. So you'll be able to have a chance to enter and win for this. And it's a custom cart of Logjammers. Now, it's the 8-bit one. It's not the same as the PC. The cool thing about our service is that you can actually download this game now for free and play for 30 minutes.
Yep, we went ahead and we linked it in the YouTube chat for anyone that wants to go check it out.
And I know that we'll do the same for the follow-up on Facebook, and we'll be doing Facebook posts and Twitter posts and any other posts that we can to make sure everybody knows about it. So look for those. Again, email me if you weren't able to get into a chat or any of those. You can email me and get a free copy of Coffee Crisis this week for your PC. So the other thing that's exciting, we don't really do a ton of these, but we are going to do a sale this weekend. So we've got a sale going on, and it's going to be on our site, wildtangent.com. You're going to be able to find a ton of games.
I think we put 100 up, 99 or 100. I think is what we hit for this
100?
weekend.
Yeah, I think 100. 100 games are on sale, deep discounts. You can grab some really cool favorites. We've got anything for anybody out there.
Yep.
And I think we can I don't want to bring it up just yet. If you go to wildtangent.com, you'll be able to find it there, and then you'll be able to check out all the deep discounts. You also can check out something cool that we have, which is called Wild. And Wild is our new membership program where you have access to at least 2,000 games that are unlimited play per month for a small fee. You also get huge discounts on games. I think we do, some of them are up to 30% off.
Yep.
As long as you're a member.
Yep.
So you can get some cool games as well. Every game almost is on sale within the platform for somewhere at a membership discount.
Yep.
Yep. So it's a huge value. We love it, and we get to put all the games up. So you're looking at the two people that actually talk to developers and bring those games on, and then push them through into the platform. But it's not just us. This is our office. We've got a whole team. It's like a family here, and we have to rely on everybody. So we definitely appreciate all the support. We've got a good group of people here that love working on games, love getting you the best games that we can, and I think that it kind of shows. You'll see it as you come join the site. WildTangent.com, check it out, and you can find out more about Wild and all the sale discounts going on this weekend. And definitely look for more from us. We have Twitter. I think we have Twitter.
Yep, we do.
We do have Twitter. @PlayWildTangent, that's our Twitter. And then you can also check us out at Wild Tangent Games on Facebook. So those are our two different ways that we communicate out. We even have our own YouTube channel. I hear it's growing.
It is.
It's getting bigger and bigger every day.
I've heard that as well.
There's a couple guys that know a little bit about it, put some videos up on there. And you can find that at Wild Tangent Games as well. So Thank you, everyone. We greatly appreciate it. Any final words, Brooks?
We've got a game releasing at least one every day over the next couple weeks, so come check us out each day.
Yeah, there's some good ones in there, too.
Yep.
Some of
I'm really stoked about our holiday release.
Yeah. And speaking of holidays, that's coming up. Lots of great gifts. Get some memberships. You can check out some cool games with the families. And if you have the same PC in your house, you can play a lot of games with the kids and your spouses and anybody else that sneaks through the back door. The dog, maybe. I don't know. The dog doesn't really play. My dog doesn't play that much. But it is the holidays, so from all of us at Wild Tangent to everybody watching and all of our great fan base, definitely happy holidays and be safe, and we'll talk to you on the next video. Thank you. Wrong scene.